Don't want to speak too soon, but oh yes, come on. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is D, and I'm all about rebuilding damaged cars and maybe modding them and then selling them on. So if you're new to the channel, double check my other videos. In the last video, I got a delivery on a 2009 Audi A3, and in this episode, we're going to be tearing it down. I want to get all that damaged stuff off. I want to check out that frame rail or chassis leg. I want to check it out and see how much damage is on there. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. And if you like this kind of content, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Stick around. Let's get into the video. So guys, today I want to tackle all of this. I want to try to get as much of this torn down as possible so I can have a look behind all of this junk and see exactly what I'm working with. So let's get straight into it. Love this stuff. Alright guys, just a rundown of what I've done so far. It's going pretty well. I managed to take off the mangled front bumper, so need to buy a brand new one of them. It's literally in bits. Have a look at this front panel. This is the front slam panel, guys, and the impact bar. So it's done its job. It's taken the brunt of the impact. It's completely written right off. This is. So I've got this whole thing coming, and it's including the rad pack, which I knew I needed because the damage was the impact was so bad. But I've just seen something pretty nasty that I was not expecting, and that can explain why the car is not starting. It's turning over, but it's not starting. But check this out, guys. This is major work. Look at all of these so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All these wires are snapped, and these are major wires to part of the engine harness. So I'm pretty confident that's why my car isn't starting. Luckily, I've got my soldering gun, and I've got all the bits that I need to sort that out. So I'm not really too bothered by that. It just means that I've got to do a bit of extra work. But it's nothing nasty. I was just, once I don't see any broken kind of block or anything, then I'll be happy. Once again, look, bits from the headlight all flying off and stuff. I'm having a bit of trouble removing the bits from the bottom. So the pipes at the bottom of the rad, they're a bit seized up. Have a look. So this is the retaining clip. I've pulled the retaining clip, but I just need to work it out a little bit more. This is the sensor for the coolant. Don't want to put too much pressure on that, don't want it to break. So yeah, patience and slowly getting through. This is my bonnet lock, don't want to lose that. So all of this is going to go into the car in a nice safe position. Fans are completely broken. So this is your radiator fan. It cools the car down. The water goes for the radiator. This is the bit that cools the entire car, cools the engine, keeps it nice and cool. I'm just looking around for any other damages, see if there's anything that I wasn't expecting. So far, the only thing I wasn't expecting is the wires, and it's wires. I'm pretty good with electronics. If you haven't seen, check out my repair video where I repaired my flood damage Mercedes GLA that needed some electronic work on the headlights. So yeah, I'll put the card up above, but for now I want to try to get this off. Another thing I've noticed, guys, this is the clip for the fan. and it's snapped off, but luckily they've left a bit for me to solder onto, so I should be able to repair that. And this is the other bit. It's basically just popped out the plug. I don't know if you can see that, so I can pop that back in at a later date. Once I get all the new parts, putting it back together should be pretty easy. Now guys, I've removed all the damaged parts. All of a sudden it looks back to new. Just kidding, but still. I always say this to my friends. When I'm buying cars, you have to look past the damage sometimes. And to look past the damage, you have to have an understanding of what the damage is. So when I saw this car in the auction, I knew that obviously the bumper was gone, because you could see that. I knew that the crash bar would have been gone, and I knew that the front slam panel would have been gone. I was a little bit concerned that maybe, because on these A3s, this is the gearbox right here. That's the starter motor here. I was a little bit concerned about the gearbox. I was a little bit concerned about the alternator and stuff, but all of that stuff seems fine. This is a water hose that's been punctured right there, so I'll order a new one of those. So far, it's just a bit of wiring that I need to work on. Other to that, there's nothing really that's surprised me. Oh, good news is, if you look here, it's just got a little bin there, and it's really thin. This part here is really thin, so they should be able to straighten that up, no problem. Put a weld on it. I'm gonna look around and see what else I can take off. This is all the stuff that's come off, guys. Front slam panel with the crash bar, rad pack with the fans, front bumper, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So now that you've seen the teardown, guys, don't forget I'm doing a giveaway on this car. I want you to guess, put in the comments below and guess how much you think I paid for this car at the auction. And next week I'll show you all the receipts and everything, and whoever has commented the closest to what I actually paid. I don't want you to think about the fees, just think about how much you think the auction ended for, because I guarantee this will be interesting. I got this car at such a ridiculous price, I could not believe it. I knew it was a bit of a punt because it stated that the engine wasn't starting, and it said engine wasn't starting, reason unknown. And I know the car must have been driving to get into the accident, because the airbags had gone off, and the level of damage that there was, it meant that it was traveling at some speed, so the engine must have been running. I did my pre-checks and I knew that the MOT had just passed literally a month ago, no issues. So I took a bit of a punt, but the price that I won it for, even if the engine was gone, it would still be well worth it. And I want you to guess how much you think I paid for this car. And just remember, guys, to take part, you need to be subscribed to my channel. So make sure you're subscribed, make sure your bell notifications are on. And all you need to do is, once you're subscribed, once your bell notifications are on, go down in the comments below this video or my last video, any of the video on this A3 series, and comment what you think I paid for this car. Whoever gets closest to what I paid for, I'll be sending you out a multi-pack. So I think they're like 20 little canisters of Californian scents, which is, in my opinion, one of the best air fresheners that you can get for your car. You get a massive box of them, and then I'll send that out to you. So just had to do a bit of a tidy. I don't know if you saw that on the camera, but I hate when this happens. I closed my toolbox from the bottom up, and all of these loose bits, everything just came out.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Now I was gonna call it a day, but I really want to see if I can get this car running. I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm gonna do these wires one by one, match up the color to the color, and hopefully, fingers crossed, toes, everything. Cross your fingers for me at home as well. Hopefully you can get this car running. guys, so what for you would have felt like 2-3 minutes, a couple of seconds, it's actually been about 45 minutes for me. I've gone through them one by one, stripped them back, connected them up to the corresponding colour, and I've just loosely put a bit of red insulation tape so that whilst I'm testing to see if it works, I don't want to solder it directly because you never know if I make a mistake, if one colour is not corresponding with its correct colour on the other side. So I've just put it quite loosely so that I could just check and see if everything works. But yeah, I've repaired every single one of the broken wires that I can find. Excuse my hands are a mess. Alright guys, you are riding a long shotgun with me. Let's see if anything that I've done here has changed the outcome of the car starting or not. Fingers crossed. Let's see. Oh my god! Yeah! Oh god. So it says brake 4. I've got power steering back. Oh my god. It works. It runs. This is what I mean. I've got so many lights on. It could be one of these wires that are crisscross, so I'll double check the wiring. Don't want to speak too soon, but it's it. Oh, yes. Come on. Get him. It's the FA Cup today. No, sorry, not the FA Cup. Community Shield. The only thing that will make my day better is if Arsenal beats Liverpool. Come on, you Gunners. Oh, yes. So I've got power steering, and the engine sounds perfect. Don't want to run it too much because I haven't got any radiators on. So guys, I think I've got a power problem. I know the battery was good. I kept trying to start the car when it got delivered and it wasn't starting and it died. I connected my power pack, the car started. Now, I'm still getting all of these issues with brakes and everything's failing. When you rev the car, everything goes up and then as soon as it runs again, it stops. So I just want to test the alternator. So I've got my multi-tester and I'm reading 12 volts on my battery. I'm going to run it, I'm not supposed to, but I'm going to run it really quickly and see if the alternator is giving any juice. Quickly, just so that it's not running too much. I'm actually getting less. Now I'm getting 10 volts. I was getting 12 volts before, now I'm getting 9, and that's what happens, it's going down. So my alternator's not working. So more work to be done. You can see those damaged wires right here. I need to look in there. Some sort of power. That's broken. Can't see any more damage in that area, so what I want to do quickly, let's see what the battery is giving me now. So the battery is giving me 10 volts. A good indicator that your alternator is not working is when the car's running and you connect your voltmeter to your battery, it drops. It's because all the engine electronics is just sucking the power off the actual battery. I'm going to start the car and then I'll come back and do another test. So let's test again quickly. That's it. Now I'm getting 13.9, so just under 14 volts. That's what you'd expect to get from your alternator. It's holding 13.8, so it's holding just under 14 volts. And that's direct supply back to the battery. Right guys, we're gonna end the video here. Don't forget the giveaway is on. If you think you can guess how much I got it for, stick it in the comments down below. But yeah, we're gonna end the video there. And if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing if this is the kind of content you'd like to watch, because in my next video I'm going to be taking out the dashboard, dealing with all the interior issues, getting all the old stuff out, putting in new airbags, new seat belts, and hopefully doing a bit of programming and getting that airbag light off. And then we're going to be finishing off the front end. Hopefully by next week I'll have some parts coming in the post. We've got a lot more content coming, so make sure you smash that subscribe button. Make sure that you've got that bell notification on so you don't want to miss it. Community Shield Day, go home, have a bit of a bevy, finish off. Like I said, the only thing that can make today better is if Arsenal beats Liverpool. Highly unlikely, but what can I say? Guys, it's been a pleasure. If you made it this far, I want to thank you for watching my videos. Catch you in the next one. Peace!